Scalpers are still going strong in Japan, and one of the latest fetishes that are pitching tents in the pants of scalpers is none other than Monkey D. Luffy in his straw hat. And a great example of this is the latest Natsucomi event happening in Japan, not to be confused with Summer Comiket, also sometimes shortened to Natsucomi. This Natsucomi is run by Shueisei Comics, which is the publisher of One Piece and Jump Comics in general. And this event is targeted towards children on their summer vacation from school who are maybe interested in buying a comic over the summer. And this event gives them a free small gift alongside their comic purchase. This event's been going on since 2003, and usually they give away small trinkets such as like a bookmark or something, something kind of small and irrelevant. But they made the mistake this year in 2026 of giving away a card. And if you know anything about the state of trading cards around the world, scalpers are primed to be involved here. Here is the official Natsucomi event page. It started on July 1st. And if you scroll down here, they show exactly what you get. They call it the Metakira card. So metallic shiny card. There are 22 types total. And as you see, this is the Luffy card that we are currently speaking about. It features original artwork from Eiichiro Oda himself, as well as a signature on the card. Of course, this isn't his actual signature, and it's just a printed signature, but the fact that his signature is on here is quite relevant. So there are tons from other creators as well. This is all of them. We have other popular mangas as well, such as Kingdom, Sakamoto Days, JoJo is on here, Spy Family, Dandadan. Like, there's a lot of names you know and see here. But of course, the one that has caused the most issues for everyone involved is this One Piece card. So scalpers do what scalpers do. Of course, they went ahead and caused chaos everywhere they went on the release day of this event. And Japanese Twitter was able to capture some of these for us to witness. So the first scene I have for you here is by a guy named King, who is part of the Pokecar Torikara scene. And this is in Osaka. And it's just showing the sheer amount of people, staff members trying to quell the crowds, and just the general chaos that's going on here on release day of this Natsucomi event. Of course, for those watching overseas from America, for example, this might not seem like a big deal or even like a lot of chaos compared to some of the scenes you might see when people struggle for Pokemon cards, but things like this don't really happen in Japan. People don't really push, they don't shove, they don't yell at each other in lines. This guy, people know they're getting recorded here. We have kids involved, of course, to get more copies, because sometimes there's limits on things like this. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, this was on release day, I believe. Yeah, on the 1st of July. And just to kind of show you what this looks like, this is kind of like a bin you can pick from a regular shop. They're just here on the shelf. So you grab any one comic that you want that's included in this series, which is anything from Shueisei Comics, which of course is like One Piece, all the series we just looked at. For one purchase, you get a card. There you go. You just grab the one you want, just like that. Of course, the One Piece one is already gone. Oh, no, yeah, so you can see the One Piece one is gone. All the other ones are already here. But this is just meant to be a free small gift, right? Like, it's not supposed to be some crazy-ass collectible card as people are making out to be here. And then, of course, the side effect of this is similar to what happened with the Pokemon McDonald's scene. People are just buying the comics just to get the card. So guess what? There's an overabundance of leftover comics. And this guy here is saying, wow, Natsucomi is amazing. I was on my way home from work. I wanted to buy the latest BL volumes. I went to Animate Shinjuku for the first time in a while. And I was looking for a title that caught my eye. Someone else who was also a foreigner suddenly spoke to me, asked, hey, do you like manga? And I was so surprised that as he answered, yes, I do. Then he suddenly said, in that case, here, I'll give you this for free. So similar to how the people didn't eat their Happy Meals when they were looking for those Pokemon free prizes, like the Pokemon cards that were in the Happy Meals. People were just giving away comics, which I guess is kind of nice for anybody who just really wants the comics. They got a whole bunch for free. So some shops actually let you choose the card that you wanted. Some shops were random, some people let you choose. And of course, the ones who could choose all chose Luffy. So we have tons of people only picking the Luffys, and we have this particular guy saying, "Cock-a-doodle-doo! I managed to collect everything properly on the day. I was running around from the morning and got totally exhausted. Plus, I had to make a detour to Yodobashi, which is like a electronic store in Japan. In the middle of it all, so it was super hectic, rushing here and there as a total whirlwind of a day. But anyways, collection complete without a hitch. Did everyone manage to get theirs? Obviously not. Thanks, buddy. Anyone still haven't gotten it yet? Cock-a-doodle-doo. And of course, we just know that this guy is going to be a reseller, so everybody's just kind of crying, being angry at this guy. Yeah, even this guy, yeah, but yeah. So this guy's saying like, there's no purpose besides reselling, right? It's the same. Yeah. Not worth the risk of selling it, turning into worthless paper. So people are, of course, angry at people like this for obviously being a reseller. There is no need for this many of these cards, unless you're obviously trying to resell them. So some people are just making posts like this on Twitter overall. We have another guy here who just has boxes and boxes full of specifically this one card, and people are angry, of course. What's the benefit of letting guys like this live in Japan? Well, this is kind of another issue that we'll get to later. And this, of course, led to some shops, like this one specifically, saying, oh, because people couldn't follow the rules, we have decided to stop the distribution of this event. Sorry about that. So they just decided to end the event. Stating, regarding the distribution of Natsucomi bonuses, as many customers did not follow the rules, we have decided to abruptly suspend the distribution of the bonuses. We appreciate your understanding. Because they don't want more people arguing, fighting, pushing, shoving. Like we just don't do that shit in Japan, And here's an example of, so I guess I should get to this first, is the prices. So yeah, this is a free card. You get this for free. So naturally, people are selling them for 3,800 yen. 7,000 yen for two, 3,750 yen for one. These are latest prices, by the way. So these have dropped significantly. This is July 11th that I'm filming this. And prices have significantly dropped from like day one. I think they were like somewhere 8,000 or 9,000 yen on day one, and they've gone down to about 3,500. But this is in Japan. This is within Japan. People who don't want to sell overseas. But the main draw of this was people selling on eBay are selling for 8,000 yen, 9,000 yen. This guy sold 16 for 9,332 yen. Wow. So you can see that this free item you can get for free with the purchase of a comic, which also is probably worth something, can just go ahead and resell this for 10,000-ish yen. That's going to be like about 50, 60 US dollars. So of course, this naturally led to widespread scalping issues. So this led to an official statement by Shuusei Comics here, which basically was trying to describe what Natsucomi's intention was for kids to, have fun buying a comic over the summer break, and that these cards are not even for the trading card game. So why are you guys trying to make such a big deal out of it? And that the signature that's on it is obviously not a real signature. It's just a printed signature. It's for free. Why are you guys doing this? So basically they made a statement saying, what are you guys doing? Right? And so this also led to other people doing like news reports on this, talking about the chaos that's been ensuing and how people are trying to there's been tons of customers causing problems, wrecking stores, things like that. And how that people are selling them on Mercari, they're selling them on eBay for 5,000 to 9,000 yen, or selling cards overseas. General chaos, right? And some bookstores have also just been ended up extremely messy after all of this. And there is so they were showing. And this is also appearing on other news sites like this Prime site here, which actually showed some Twitter posts, again, of just extremely sloppy, messed up bookshelves, which is, of course, again, not normal for Japan. So people looking at this from overseas and being like, hey, it's just a messy bookshelf. This is not what Japan does or how Japan is. And then Yahoo News also did an article about Natsucomi because there was actually an event where somebody made a listing of 200 of these One Piece cards on eBay and sold for 1.5 million yen. So even before the event started, somebody who knew they could get their hands on 200 cards decided to make a listing and sell 200 cards for 1.5 million yen before the event started. It's just crazy. So of course, seeing something like this probably also inspired others to get their hands on their Luffys to make their 1.5 million yen for essentially free, I guess for the cost of a comic, which, you know, if you like comics, you can actually sell this. And there are also card shops that people are trying to sell their cards to the card shops, but of course they're not playing cards. So the card shops would say, sorry, we're not buying these from anybody because they're not playing cards. So my personal experience with this, I didn't really want this card that badly. It's not even a trading card, but I thought, hey, that'd be kind of cool to get something with Eiichiro's signature on it. And that art looks pretty neat. So I wanted to go get one for myself. I went to my local bookstore that actually had this Natsucomi event going on. And lo and behold, the One Piece cards were all gone. So I didn't end up getting one myself, which is okay for me. But I have a friend, you guys might know her, Yoneko-san, who often is on our channel, who also wanted to get one of these cards. And she wanted to buy because what recently came out was the latest volume of the One Piece manga. So she thought, hey, if I'm going to buy the One Piece manga anyway, I would like to get this One Piece card to go along with it. But when she went to her local shop, of course, lo and behold, the One Piece card was not available there, and the staff could do nothing but apologize to her. Some shops, in their defense, did actually decide to keep the One Piece cards only for people who bought the One Piece manga, which makes sense, and limited it to one card per person per sale. You buy your newest edition of the One Piece manga, you get your One Piece card. It makes sense. Of course, I couldn't find which of these shops that actually was, so until this day, until now, still, I do not have this card. But I can show you how this card looks in person because my coworker bought this card. So here it is. This is how it looks. It's kind of shiny, but it's not like the best quality because I think this, again, isn't meant to be a trading card. So they just kind of made this on regular card stock. It's shiny, but you can see scratches and like little not misprints, but like the quality's not completely up there. This, again, was meant to be a free giveaway item for a comic book. Wow. But what I would say is overall the worst thing about this, which we kind of alluded to earlier, is that a lot of this, at least according to Japanese Twitter, is being done by foreigners. So, of course, people filmed foreigners doing this. A lot of the people they showed pictures of were foreigners who just had a bunch of these cards. I can't seem to find where I put that image that we had earlier. But for example, here's a sign that says, because people couldn't follow the rules, we decided to stop the event. And of course, the immediate responses from all people online are saying, basically, it's all foreigners who are doing this. So why do you let them even shop here? And of course, as a foreigner in Japan, this does nothing but cause problems for me because anytime I want to buy something like this, people are just assuming, hey, it's another person trying to resell the cards. They call them tembaya in Japan. So we'll go into a more deeper tembaya video later because this obviously goes way beyond just this Natsucomi thing. But I just wanted to show that this is just terrible. It's not even a trading card. Why are you guys doing this? Who's actually paying these absurd prices for this? This is not even a trading card for the One Piece card game. It's like it's something you get for free. It's definitely obviously not worth 4,000 yen. And I really hope they just kind of like reprint these later to kind of give to everybody who just wanted to buy or get one with their comic book, because it's just silly. And anybody buying this for this price on eBay or whatever is also, in my opinion, quite silly. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think this is pretty cool that this is happening? Are you one of the people who want to buy this card for this absurd price point? Or what do you think people should do to avoid something like this happening in the future? I think, like, in general, the rules and kind of like regulations for this wasn't even like planned or even made in the first place, because I think people just didn't expect this free random item to be this absurd. Like, again, it's not a trading card. Like, you know, it's not in the pack. It's not random. It's not, it can't be used for anything. It's just a display piece they were giving away for free as per their regular event. So because of that, I think everything was quite lax. And of course, this was just extremely taken advantage of by all these resellers. So yeah, kind of sucks, man. I think that kind of blows. So it kind of pains me to have to make videos like this, but I think making, like, highlighting a bit the Scalper issue in Japan and kind of like the foreign audience's hand in this of people, because of course, like, these people who are scalping are usually selling this out of Japan to overseas markets who buy it for a lot more. So this has kind of been starting to affect me more and more as time's been going on. I can't even get my hands on my own, for example, One Piece cards when there's release date now. The last release date for One Piece cards, I got 9 packs total, which is the lowest I've ever gotten of any open release date ever. So this is just getting worse, and I feel like I just have to bring it upon myself to report on this shit now. So this is part of the channel now sometimes, I guess. So look forward to the next one, I guess. So if you are interested in news and updates about trading card games or scalping stuff or things like that happening in Japan, be sure to follow and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.